There were moments in my life when everything felt uncertain. Moments that I questioned everything. Moments when I wasn't sure if I was on the right path or simply wandering in cycles. Without anyone telling me, I've spent much of my life asking more questions than I can possibly answer. My years of terrible experiences left me unrecognizable, even to myself. This unconsuming fear of not knowing my direction in life forces everything else into autopilot as I try and somehow keep going. Instead of understanding my directions, I was going aimlessly in life. The autopilot wasn't built on hope or truth. It was built on pain, doubts, and false beliefs, which only drove me further away from the type of life I desired to live. The further I go, the more lost I feel. Until one day, I woke up and realized I got trapped in a cycle I never intended to be. But hear this, that cycle, it is one we create for ourselves. It is a prison made of false beliefs we have accepted as facts. Nevertheless, these beliefs can be changed. We can break free from it. We can choose to believe that this isn't all life has to offer. We are so much more than the limitations we place on ourselves. We hold the power to shape our lives. We can choose to grow, to learn, to love. We can decide to build a life that feels true to us. We can become honest, humble, trusting, and kind. And as we slowly build that belief in ourselves, we start to see the truth that we are worthy of the life we dream of. Each of us has untapped potential, but there is a decision to be made. Do you want to unlock it or not? For the longest time, I said not. I let my pain and my past dictate my future. I told myself I wasn't brave enough, that trying was pointless. I told myself that life wasn't mine to create. Fear held me captive, and I let it. I hid behind my fears and used my past as an excuse not to try. I was held back by the belief that change was impossible, that I didn't have what it takes. But the moment I begin to believe in even the smallest possibility of change, that is when transformation begins. When you believe that change is possible, it becomes possible. But more important than believing and deciding, you must work it out. You must commit your life and everything you have to your choice and belief. I can't tell you the exact moment I began to believe there was a different life for me, but I can tell you this. The more I embraced my creative being, the brighter life became. As a child, creativity was my lifeline. I built kites and aeroplanes using paper. I built incredible castles with sand and engaged in subsistence fishing. Every day was filled with imagination and play. Then life got harder, darker, and somewhere along the way, that creative spark went out without me knowing. Some of you out there have also experienced this. As you battle to keep up with growth, you lost touch with the creative fire of your childhood, and you rarely bother to strive to regain it. You let life weigh you down to a point that you stop doing the things that brings you joy. I was no different. But even in my down days, I kept hearing this little voice that told me to wake up. I believe you too can hear the voice. Then about 3 years ago, I borrowed a camera. Not for any practical reason, but because something in me wanted one. That same little voice did not only encourage me, it compelled me. That borrowed camera relit the creative fire I thought was long gone. The simple acts changed everything. Today, I own my camera. Creativity is not just something I do, it is who I am. It is my foundation. It is my freedom. It is where I find joy and purpose. It allows me to play, to dream, to express. It takes me back to that magical state of being a child where nothing matters except the pure bliss of being my real self. As an adult today, finding that kind of joy can feel impossible. But here is the truth. Creativity is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. The more you create, the more it transforms you. You will start to notice beauty where you once saw emptiness. You will find meaning in places that you once felt hopeless. Creativity has the power to turn even the darkest moments into something extraordinary, something beautiful, something worth sharing. It gives you clarity. It gives you life. Life is not about waiting for the perfect moment. It is about creating it. Don't let fear hold you back. Don't let your past write your future. You have a gift. You have a voice. Use it to shape your world. Life is better when you make things. Create something that inspires you and watch how it inspires others. Now, go and create. I've lived my life carelessly for many years. Though I wouldn't say I have not achieved anything, but truly, I can't account for my life. Some of you want to ask, you said you borrowed a camera from somebody about 4 or 3 years now. What have you done with that camera? What is it that you've achieved? To be very frank, I published few videos then, and I decided to shut down. What would I say was the cause of it? That camera have been with me even till now that I'm talking. People have used it to achieve something. They've used it to tell their stories. But for me, I've not been able to use it to do anything reasonable. Even when that little voice was still talking to me, that motivation wasn't there to keep on going. But today, or this year, 2025, I've decided that I will rewrite my story. There are people that wants to hear from us. But because of our lack of courage to put ourselves before the wall, the fear of what other people will say has crippled us to a level that we have failed to do anything that will bring change to ourselves and our community. This fear has crippled us from doing anything that would encourage other people to stand up and challenge their life. The essence of this video is to tell you that you may have all the resources you need to do a certain thing, but yet you don't still have the courage to do them. Why? I feel that is foolishness. I feel it's stupidity. Throughout these years that I've wasted, sincerely speaking, that little voice never let me to rest. It has always been disturbing me. It kept telling me, what are you doing to yourself? Truly, I feel sorry. I've forgiven myself. Now, I've decided that this year I will submit to my calling. At least I should be able to tell people my story if I cannot do any other thing. I wouldn't know where the road is leading me to, but I know positively well that it will end to the glory of God. Thank you.